Oops, I shrunk my hat. Today's video, I'm gonna take the idea of the colors from this yarn here and dye up some brand new roving, the superwash I just purchased, and we're just gonna see if we can make yarn that complements this. So stay tuned. Now, I'm not too worried about the fact that this hat is it's too small, but I'm gonna wear it for this entire length of this clip. So this hat was originally, the yarn was dyed up and I knitted the hat back in about 2015, but basically what happened was it was too wide, and so I thought, maybe I'll just give it a little teeny shrink-a-doo in the washer. Nope, I got this, but that's okay, because some people intentionally shrink woolen items to create something new. So I'm not sure what that will become, but I really like these colors. That's why I thought it would be cool to re-dye this yarn here. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me, but what we're going to do first is, this is 1 ounce of superwash merino wool, and there's water and vinegar to make a low immersion. So what I'm going to do first is add just a tiny smidge of the brilliant blue, and I use a dedicated little disposable spoon. And what I'm gonna do here is, well, we're just gonna go all over the place. And I am just going to let that spread as it likes, because then that was the brilliant blue. We're gonna do some teal. This is the teal from Jacquard, and if my voice sounds weird, it's because I am wearing a dust mask since I am working with dye powder. So gently, I'm doing the darker colors first, because then any of the lighter colors that I use, like the pink and the orange, they should not get overpowered by the already set darker colors. And then we have some purple. It is violet, I believe. Lilac, actually. And we're gonna go in with it right there. And I'm just wiping this off on a paper towel so that the dye mixture doesn't get mixed in with any of the other dyes. And then I want to do a little bit of a gray. So we're going to see how well this works, because I'm trying to replicate the grays, the natural grays of the original patterns that I work with. And this might be maybe a bit too much, but we're just gonna let that go. And what I'm gonna do here is not touch it, not move it. I'm going to pop this in the oven. So I'll see you in a little bit. So, side note, because I do actually want the dye to spread a little bit further, I did go ahead and add a little bit of water just to raise the water level enough, but nothing too crazy. And the fact that it is superwash is I shouldn't have to worry about it spreading further than I want to. But I did mix up a dye solution. It's water and gray. I don't know the specifics on the ratios or whatever. I just do this as I please. So we're gonna check in on that when it's ready. And we are back. So you can see most of this has been absorbed, and I just popped this in the oven while it was preheating. And the fact that it's superwash means that most of this dye color has absorbed. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of a light gray on top. So while we wait, I pop that back in the oven for about 15 more minutes because I want to make sure that dye is solidly set before I go on to the next step, which is going to be the orange and pink. So I made something awesome for dinner. You want to know what it is? I'm telling you. Chicken thighs covered in the Panda Express Kung Pao sauce you get at the store, and Famous Dave's cinnamon spice cornbread. Fire. Right. I'm gonna try to flip this. All right, would you look at that? We have plenty of spots for our colors. So I'm gonna hit it with the deep orange. And I'm gonna try to go right down the center. And that looks really good. And this time I am going to try to just gently tease it into the fiber. Since I've got my dark colors how I want them. And I'm just gonna hit it here. We'll let those spread out a bit. Tap this up before we have any mishaps and set that aside. So, and would you look at how deep that is? That is amazing, like precisely what I'm going for. And we're just going to gently tease it, remove those, and even if it does get a little felted, it'll be okay, because I'm not really putting too much in. Alright, we're gonna work that down. And then my favorite is the hot pink. This one's hot fuchsia. And less is more when it comes to this. Unless maybe you have a lot of vinegar. So I'm gonna just gently get that in there. Get it on this side. And I think we have what we want. Just gently drop that there. Tap that up. Make sure I'm recording, because you never know. And then just gently tease and poke. Get that nice, deep, saturated color. And with the colors like already being set, like this teal and stuff, it should be in there just fine. And so there's just a little bit of color mixing, but the fact that it is, like I said, super wash means that the color should strike pretty quickly. And then we'll have some nice bright colors. Oh yeah. And it's totally like kind of a fall theme that I was trying to replicate with that yarn, but it's definitely this deep orange here that really sets it apart. And gently tease that dye in, and do some more teasing. And with that, wipe that down. We're gonna pop it back in the oven. Behold, a messy floor that needs sweeping, and this little gremlin of chaos. This is Frostbite. Frostbite. Okay, we are done with the dyeing. We've been out of the oven for a little bit. I've been actually composing this thumbnail while it cools down, so we're going to check it out. A little bit of bleeding. A lot of bit of bleeding, but honestly, that's not terribly bad. So what I'm gonna do is go rinse it, because there was only 1 ounce, so I'm not surprised that there's a bit of dye left over. So check back in a bit. So the fiber has now had some time to dry, and would you look at these bright colors? They're amazing. And my camera is not exactly doing some of the colors justice, because these are far brighter pinks in person than anything. I cannot wait to spin this. I want to try to make it a very fine single ply, and then I'm going to chain ply it because I want to preserve the individual colors however they get spun up. And here for comparison is the original yarn. Now I don't think that the colors quite match, but I like to think that I used very similar, like the pink and orange, and then definitely the blue and some black, and a little bit of purple is in here. So we got that going for us. If you think I've brought you entertainment and you like my content, consider following by hitting that subscribe button. You're welcome to leave a like, a dislike, a comment, and even share this with your fiber buddies. This is the finished fiber, this is the yarn, and in fact, the yarn in my thumbnail and this yarn I created into stickers, a sticker design on Redbubble. So if you want to support me, check out my Redbubble, or even check out the coffee link in my description below. And as always, make something sparkle, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.